Hey guys, how's it going? It's Golden. Real quick before today's video starts, I just want to let you guys know, all of the footage, or most of the footage within this video is actually all older footage. What I mean by that is a lot of this is actually like relatively a year ago. When most of this footage is up, at least the first half of it, stuff like that. So anyway, guys, if you were looking at all this footage and that seems old and out of date, that is because it is. Just straight up, it's old, it's out of date, stuff like that. But it's footage I needed, and I was able to grab it because I still had it saved on my PC and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video as always. And also, the footage is from my Twitch channel, TC Golden. So follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/TCGolden. And I'll catch you guys all later. You guys are awesome, you're amazing, love and care for you all. Peace out. I just realized how, like, dead I look when I'm making this video. That's fine. I'm allowed to look dead. It's a thing that's allowed. What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite professional YouTuber, Golden Simeon here. Welcome to today's video. I'm dead. I'm tired. My voice is a bit raspy, whatever. Like, I have a sore throat stuff. But it's not going to stop me from making today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about Forza Horizon. Not just the first game that I'm let's playing, the series as a whole. I'm going to be ranking the best and the, well, I guess not really the worst, but just my humble and personal opinion and favorite ones from the series and stuff like that. And the reason why I say that is because I say like none of them are the best, because honestly, if I were to do a list of my top 20 favorite video games, they would all be there, because there's no real bad Forza Horizon game. They're just the ones that I prefer to play over the other ones, which makes sense, right? It should make a bit of sense. Anyways, moving on, we're gonna kick off the list with the fourth one. In number 4 is Forza Horizon 4. I have nothing against this game at all. The game, basically, they just stopped almost caring, I guess you can kind of say, about the kind of more realism towards it. I'm gonna be lots of drinks constantly happening throughout this video. But they kind of like gave up on like really the realism towards it, and what I mean by that is one of the DLCs is straight up Lego. But there's nothing wrong with that at all. I don't feel, a lot of people claim that there is a big sense of progression and stuff like that throughout the game. I don't really feel that. There is progression, and I do know that there's progression. I don't deny that there is. I just don't feel it as much as the other games. One of the big things was, you know, I've put a bit of hours into the game, but, like, what was it, within like 3 races and 2 challenges, I was able to, like, afford a $1 million car. And, like, with all these wheel spins and stuff that happens, I'm just getting money out the... Like, I play for 30 minutes, and I'm making $1 million within 30 minutes of the game. That, to me, kind of goes, alright, that kind of sucks. And the reason being for that is because you don't really feel like... When you buy, like, the Ferrari, or you buy a Lamborghini, or a Koenigsegg, Pagani, like a Bugatti, like a Veyron, or something like that, you don't really feel like I've earned it. Because honestly, within Horizon 4, it's possible to play the game for like 30-45 minutes and have that car. It's extremely possible. Like, I have an example here. I had about $1.6 million, 1.5 million, kind of in that range, in the game earlier today when I was playing. I bought a Ferrari LaFerrari, one of my favorite Ferraris. I bought it. It's about 1.5 million. I had about 30 grand after the fact. I had 30 grand. I did 3 races and completed a challenge. That's all I did. With completing that challenge, the races, doing a couple wheel spins I got from leveling up, blah blah blah, I had 600 grand. This was in about 30 minutes. Within the span of 30 minutes, I went from 30 grand to 600 grand. Now, that kind of bothered... It doesn't really bother me, but it's kind of like, alright, I can go buy another expensive car right off the bat. That kind of was like, alright, sense of progression really doesn't really matter much when it comes to, like, the money side and things. And the grind, and you don't really feel like you've earned the car. And when I mean earn the car, I'm going to boot right into number 3 on the list, which is Forza Horizon, the first one, the one I'm let's playing right now. Car, for example, is a Lamborghini Reventon. I think it's about, it's near the $1 million range, I think, in the game. But like, you gotta grind for that car. You gotta do race it after race after race after race. You gotta do races over again. Sometimes you gotta replay some races. You gotta replay, I think it's the Horizon finale, the final race. Gives you about 3 million when you beat it the first time, then afterwards you only get like 50,000 from that. But like, you gotta keep doing race after race after race. And once you finally earned that Reventon, once you've bought that sweet Lamborghini, you feel like you've earned it. You feel like, I've put in the work, the grind, the effort to get this. And this is coming from a guy who loves MMOs because of the grind. Because you have that weapon in mind, or that vehicle in mind. In the Forza case, you have that car in mind that you want. So you're going to grind, you're going to push, you're going to grind out what it's needed to get that car. Because you want it. You want that car. That is what I loved about the first one, was just the sense of, I've earned this car. I've put in the work, I've done the progression throughout the game, I earned it. That's kind of what I like. Now the fourth one didn't really have that as much, but the first one did. And the first one was a bare bones of what Forza Horizon would become. It was just a festival of cars and music. That is the one thing I don't like about the Horizon series, if I can be honest with you guys, is there's no real life festival like that, which annoys me because I would love to be at a real life Horizon festival. Like, that would be so cool to be at. But anyway, guys, that is kind of like, you know, the third one, right? You know, Horizon 1 being the bare bones of it and just having basically what would push a spin-off to be better than the main series. And if you don't believe me, the Horizon series is higher rated, has more sales and stuff like that than Motorsports. And Horizon is a spin-off of Forza Motorsports. Anyway, guys, moving into the number 2, the second amazing one on this list, Forza Horizon 3. 3, many people can argue is the same as 4. Not so bad, though. Like, there's still that sense of, I need to do races, I need to grind. What I mean by that was, I went on kind of a spending spree. I had about 800 grand in Horizon 3, so I decided to go buy some cars, because I want to work, whenever I play the Horizon games, I always want to work to owning almost every car in the game, something like that, because I just like that. And also because Horizon 1 had a thing called the 1,000 Car Club, where you needed to own more cars to do more things, to earn more achievements, stuff like that. Anyways, regardless of that point, Horizon 3, I had about 800 grand. I bought about 4 or 5 cars, something like that. You know, I bought some cars with it. I had $3,000 left over. I did a championship. So I did one championship. Within that championship was 3 races. So that's 3 races for that championship. Then I did 2 more races. I did a showcase event. By the end of it all, I had just under 100 grand. So of course, there's a little bit more of a grind to it because I have to make a little bit more money. I have to work a little harder. I have to push myself a little more. And I have made some mistakes. Honestly, one of the races I got 8th in because it was a cross-country event, and I used a blueprint that allowed different types of vehicles. Instead of using an off-road vehicle, I used a sports car. Like, it was sports versus off-road vehicles kind of thing. It was a weird mixture of what all was in the event you could use, and I used a radical for it, which wasn't the smartest idea, honestly, in my opinion. But that's regardless of the point. And another thing, like I just said, blueprints. Horizon 3 added in blueprints, which basically gave people the opportunity to create the race. Now, what I mean by that is Horizon 3's whole premise was to make a popular Horizon Festival in Australia. Fair enough. Basically, you're the boss. And what it is there's different festival locations. I think there's 5. You can upgrade them, level them up, make them better, earn more races that way and stuff like that. But it was like, they gave you the route. Like, they gave you the track that they would use. You can choose if you want to use the preset race that Horizon gives you, use another created player's race, or make your own. Basically, they gave you they gave you the bare bones. So basically what Forza would do was, for one race, like it was a circuit race, they gave you the track. This is the route you take, you customize, you know, the vehicles, how much laps, the vehicle restrictions, what the weather is like, and stuff like that when you do this race. You can choose where anything goes, or you can have a specific car class, like A, S, S1, B, C, D, any of that, or you can choose specific car types. Like, do you want modern supercars, classic roadsters? Do you want off-road vehicles? Do you want sport and utility vans? Do you want vans? Do you want, maybe you want just Fords in this race, or you want just Chevys, or just Toyotas, something like that, where they gave you just loads of stuff you could do with Horizon 3, with the blueprints, and that kind of made the bare bones of what Horizon 4 would be, because you can do that in Horizon 4 as well. You can create your own events and stuff, and things like that. And you also, they had bucket list challenges as well. That was introduced in a bit of an earlier game that we're going to get into, which you guys have probably already guessed, but you could create your own with Horizon 3. They weren't just given to you. You could create your own bucket list challenges, which was also a pretty cool feature in my opinion as well. It was a pretty decent and pretty cool feature. But anyways, guys, Horizon 3, again, an amazing game, an awesome game. Now, we talked about Horizon 1, the bare bones of the Horizon Festival. And there were some things that we all wanted to kind of be improved, kind of be added in to Horizon Festival, to Horizon 1. Which leads me into the first one on the list today, Horizon 2. Forza Horizon 2 is my #1 favorite Forza game. Forza Horizon game. I own it for both 360 and Xbox One. It's a phenomenal title. Phenomenal. One of a perfect. I won't really go as far as say perfect. There's some things, like unfortunately you can't buy DLCs for it anymore, but the NPCs can still use DLC cars, like Porsches and stuff, which really bothers me because I really want Porsches. They were added as an expansion pack in the third one. I bought it. The fourth one, they were just added in. But Horizon 2 takes place in France, in North Italy, the northern part of Italy. Such a good game, a good title. It's exactly what us Forza players wanted from the series. Horizon 2, ultimately the best one. Okay, so much about it was amazing. And they've added a little small Easter egg kind of into Horizon 1 for the Horizon 2 and the Xbox One. So they had some 360 exclusive cars that you could only get from Horizon 2 for the Xbox 360. However, if you've played the 360 version of Horizon 2 and then you've played the Xbox One version, those 360 exclusive cars were given to you in the Xbox One version. Things like the Bugatti EB110, Cadillac Escalade, those types of cars. They were given to you in the Xbox One version, which is cool. Pretty cool. Pretty, I like it. I like it. But the sense of progression, that game was amazing. It was all different championships, and you had to win them in order to do the final event, the showcase event. You had to win them. I think you have to win like 24 championships. I have at least 10 more yet to finish. I've beaten it on the 360, not on the One yet. I'm working through it on the Xbox One. But just everything about it is perfect. Honestly, it's the best Forza Horizon game, is 2. It has the greatest opening ever. The best Horizon opening ever. The best video game opening ever, honestly, in my opinion. Like, the opening that you just watch it and you're just like, like, you're ready. Like, it's just so magnificent, this opening. But that's going to do it for me in today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Golden. Let me know down in the comments below if I'm wrong. Honestly, I mean, this is an opinion-based list, and all these lists of mine are mainly opinion-based. None of them are going to be like, this is what Metacritic says. They're all my opinion when it comes to these kind of lists, stuff like that. But I just wanted to let you guys know what my thoughts are. Now, don't get me wrong, none of these games are crap. I don't hate any of the Horizon games. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if I had a top 20 list of my favorite video games, they would all be on there. And at least, I'd say Horizon 2 and 3 would at least be in the top 10. Horizon 1 would probably be in the top 15, and then 4 would be like 18th or something like that. But like, there's nothing wrong with 4, there's nothing wrong with 1, nothing wrong with 3, nothing wrong with 2. It's just the way I play them. Like, when I sit down and I want to play a Forza Horizon game, and I think to myself, what do I want to play when it comes to Horizon? I usually go straight for 2 and 3. I play 4 every once in a while. Most of the times I only play 4 when I'm with buddies and with friends, because then I can play them alone or play with buddies, because that's actually when it's most enjoyable, is when I play Horizon 4 with buddies and friends and stuff. And they're always adding new things to Horizon 4 and stuff, which makes me really excited because it's 2020, which means usually every 2 years. Since 2014, I think? No, since 2012. Since 2012, so 2012, 2014, 2016, and 2018, we got a new Forza Horizon game. which means that it's 2020, so maybe there's talk about getting a new Forza Horizon 5? Maybe? Who knows? Anyway, guys, that's gonna do for me in today's video. Thanks for watching. My name is Golden. Catch you guys on the next one. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. Love you all. Peace out, guys.
Open your eyes. Listen closely to the sound of my voice. With every word and every number, you move faster and faster. On the count of 10, you will be in Horizon. I say, 1. Your pulse begins to quicken. 2. Your friends rattle in the back seat. 3. You're moving faster and faster, the ocean roaring beside you. 4. Your thoughts begin to wash away in a cloud of wind and dust. 5. Colored lights flurry in the distance. 6. The lights shudder. Everything lost in a thin blue haze. 7. You hurtle faster and faster into infinity. 8. The crowd thunders. 9. You cross into a larger, more colorful world. On the count of 10, everything you've ever known fades away. You will be in Horizon. I say...